Hello, hello. I am super excited that I can bring this topic to you today because I feel like this is something that we all have run into before, when you're doing all these different things and you're not sure if you're being successful enough, or you feel like a failure, or you're feeling like you're failing, and you're just like, I'm not hitting my goals that I wanted to hit, I'm not achieving them, this is not what I wanted, or this is not what I expected by this time. So I want to share with you how you can actually start shifting that so you see it as success, or you see the things that you are accomplishing further, because a lot of times we're just kind of blinded and we just don't see that we're actually accomplishing so much because we've put our success on a definition that's super strict and only pertaining to one specific definition. So I want to help you right now on this video to really start defining your success, knowing how do you know that you're successful, and then also going into the aspect of being more definitive, but from a place of recognizing that there are lots of things that can make you successful rather than one. And this is inspired by one of my absolutely amazing clients who I had a phone call with earlier today, and she was telling me, I see all these changes that I've been making and I feel really good about them, but I find myself just judging myself based on the scale. And this is because one, past experiences. She grew up in a time where that's how they measured that success, and she's always been on a journey, on a weight loss journey. And here's the thing, success has to be defined by you first of all. So in successful, that's up to you. So what you need to do is ask yourself, if you're on some sort of journey, let's say you're on a health and fitness journey, how will you know that you are healthy? How will you know when you are fit? How will you know when you are confident? How will you know when you have more self-love? So you need to actually start defining these different factors, defining these different parts, right? Because a lot of us say, oh, I just want to be healthier, I just want to be more fit, I want to lift more weight, I want to achieve these goals, I want to feel this way. But it's important that we go, okay, well, what does that actually mean? What does being healthy really mean? What does being fit really mean? What does achieving my goals actually mean on a deeper scale? Because if we only look at it from the perspective of, I want to lose weight, well, there are so many little wins that go along with losing weight, like developing healthy relationships with food, feeling amazing about the options and choices that you have, trusting and listening to your body more, feeling good about the way that you've grown into being able to trust what your body needs, and feeling more mindful when you eat, or choosing healthier options. I mean, there's so many little things that you can decide that will define your success. So how you know if you're successful is completely up to you, but the key thing here is that it's not just one thing determining if you're successful or not, because the likelihood is then you will never feel extremely satisfied by it. You'll never feel fulfilled because you will keep basing it off of this one specific thing, right? Like if you start a weight loss journey, for example, or a fitness journey, and you're like, my goal is to lose 40 pounds. Well, if that's the only thing that's going to define your success, then you will most likely feel like a failure if you were to step on a scale and it only showed 5 pounds lost in maybe a month, right? You'd be like, oh my gosh, what is this? But what you neglected to recognize was, wow, I've been making healthier choices. Wow, I'm not binge eating. Wow, I feel amazing about the food I'm putting into my body. Wow, I don't feel restricted. Wow, I'm not dieting like crazy like I used to, and I'm living a healthy and happy lifestyle. These are all things that are fueling your journey to the bigger goal, to the bigger picture. So let's say then, excuse me. Yeah, of course, Preston. I'm glad this is helpful for you. So let's say now that you're like, I know that I'm achieving things, but it's hard for me to recognize this success. Again, it just goes back to looking at the journey as a whole and going, what have I achieved that's serving me in the bigger picture goal, right? Because someone might go, I want to be a millionaire, and their success is only defined on hitting $1 million. But what they neglect again to recognize is that they maybe started from nothing, or maybe they sold their first program, or maybe they connected more with their family while building a business. And these are all very important wins and successes to recognize, but they go unnoticed because we tend to base our success off of one factor. But if we can break our big factor down into very small, little, minute factors of success, we can continuously feel fulfilled on our journey and feel empowered and inspired to continue. Now, I believe that we are always choosing, and we can always choose to be empowered and inspired to move forward in our journey. However, I don't think it hurts to have these little factors come into play. And it's important to recognize the balance between all of these things coming together, right? Because you cannot become successful in your health and your fitness and your confidence if you are not taking little steps to get yourself there. And all those little steps are very, very powerful reasons to be happy with your success and to be proud of yourself. So if you are on some sort of journey, or if you have some sort of goal, I highly recommend that the first thing that you do is ask yourself, how will I know when I'm successful? How will I know when I have reached my goals, or when I'm reaching my goals, or what makes me successful in this journey? Because it's so easy to go into things very blindly, like, I just know it'll be fine, and not set any intentions and just be like, it's all good, it's whatever, and this and that. But when we can actually go, well, I know I'm successful, and I always speak in the present, but this is just because massive, massive manifestation and just knowing it's done. But when I'm saying I am successful, because I'm talking about you right now looking into the future and stepping into that future identity, going, I know I'm successful because I have a healthier relationship with food. I have more freedom in my life. I don't feel uncomfortable going out to eat anymore. I feel amazing in my own skin despite the fact that my clothing size hasn't changed. Or I know I'm successful when I'm choosing water over soda. I know I'm successful when I'm making time for the gym, even in a busy day. So these are little things that can define your success, because they're all leading up to that big reason why, the big reason, the big success factor, the big thing you're aiming for, that big goal, that big vision. So recognize your little successes, your little wins, because those are things that are all contributing to your big success. So when you feel like a failure, or you feel like you're failing, recognize that there are so many other factors that play into your big success that you are achieving and accomplishing right now, and that need to be recognized, because they are the reason you are one step closer to that, right? Because you're always going to have that next goal, or that next dream, or that next vision. And if we can't truly celebrate what we're achieving right now, then we will not feel fulfilled. But when we can go, wow, I realize I am actually looking in the mirror. Like, I got a call from my friend today, and he goes, your post the other day meant so much to me. It even had me starting a new ritual with myself. And now I look in the mirror and I feel handsome, and I feel more handsome, and I watch my videos and I have a different perspective on the way that I look, and I'm no longer relying on the outsider's perspective to tell me that I am these things. And I was so, first of all, I was so happy and grateful, but I was also so surprised and amazed by this, because the fact that he read that and then took action is huge. But this is just those little things, right? To know that you just made a little success, because now you're walking around and you're actually like, wait, I'm looking within for validation. I'm no longer looking outside of myself for validation, right? That's a huge win, and it's all leading you closer to whatever that big vision is. And you are always growing. You are always going to be changing. You are always going to be creating more. You're always going to be going on this massive journey, and you're always going to be up leveling. So when you can go, wait, and take a step back and go, I have to recognize the fact that today I did some amazing things. Today I truly did. Or, wow, this week I did this. And honestly, I would suggest even going at the end of each week going, wow, I know And that's the beauty of it. So it's important that you recognize all your little successes by first of all determining what those things are, right? What actually makes you successful. Decide, I know I'm successful when, or ask yourself, 6 months from now, what results will make me happiest? The likelihood is you're not going to be like, oh, I know I'll be happy because I'll be like 500 pounds leaner and I'll have like the most lean physique ever, and I'll have all these like veins showing. It's like, no, you're not. That's not going to be always on your mind, because unconsciously what's truly going on is maybe you have some emotional eating patterns that need fixing. Maybe you have some past traumas, traumatic experiences, things that are hurting you, things that have come into your life that are holding you back. Like, you're not going to be thinking in 6 months like, wow, those are all byproducts. Okay, this is something that I really want to hammer home. You making those little successes in your life will generate the big success as a byproduct. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna show up because it's a byproduct of all those little successes. So when you're looking to create all this massive success, you must first, one, know what success looks like for you. No matter what journey you're on, you have to know what that success looks like. Define that success for yourself, because if you don't define it, you won't be able to get there. And then you have to ask yourself too, well, what are these little successes that are leading me up to that? And recognize those little wins, because, of course, naturally, you're going to continue to grow. Your identity is going to continuously shift. And if you don't take the time to recognize all these little successes, then your path to get there might feel a little bit skewed or a little bit difficult. So I really hope this is helpful. Even if it just helped one person, 5 people, 10, 100 people, I'm happy. So thank you guys so much for being on. Thank you for watching the replay if you are. I very much appreciate it. I absolutely love you guys, and I truly jump on to share so much value that has helped me, because I want to serve you and I want to serve the world on a massive scale. Like, I just want to make a big impact every day, whether it be through my coaching or whether it be through my messaging like this. I just want you to know I'm 100% here for you. I am very committed to seeing you get results in some way or another in your life, even if it's one little shift. So let me know if you need anything, or you'd like me to create a video or create a post on anything specifically to answer any of your questions, or to help you shift or make a breakthrough that you've been really needing, or maybe to uncover some things that have been holding you back or limiting you. So I'm going to say I love you, and I truly mean that from a scale of soul to soul. I appreciate you being here, investing your time into learning about this, into just giving this time to yourself in general. And I'm very good at the longest goodbyes, because I'm very good at long goodbyes. So anyway, cheers. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.